Endeavour Silver was smacked by Mr. Market on Wednesday, with the equity falling by over 10%. The crash was a result of the company announcing further delays at its Terronera project in the Mexican province of Jalisco. The project, which is set to be Endeavour Silver's next major asset, has seen its production timeline set back by 2 quarters, which means another headache for the mining sector. All right, guys, let's dive in. Okay, so what exactly happened here? Basically, it appears investors were misled on timelines. As recently as November 5th, on the release date of Endeavour's third quarter financial results, along with their most recent investor presentation, the Terronera project was expected to begin commissioning, as well as initial production in the fourth quarter of 2024. But on Wednesday, the company announced that the company is actually quite far off from commissioning. The delay was blamed on delivery delays during December for critical path structural steel components. Apparently, Mexico has certain transport restrictions for the holiday season, which caused supply chain interruptions, something that probably should have been foreseen. Those delayed components are required for the construction of the lower platform and tailing filter area installations. Without this equipment installed, wet commissioning could not begin, leading the company to reduce their workforce for a period of 2 weeks, from December 20th to January 6th. While delivery of the required steel has now resumed with the holidays over, obviously Endeavour is behind schedule. As a result, wet commissioning is expected to begin in the second quarter of 2025, rather than the fourth quarter of 2024, which doesn't exactly add up with previous timelines provided. Steel being delayed by 2 weeks shouldn't lead to an entire quarter being required to get to the commissioning stage, when prior to that delay, commissioning and initial production was set to begin in Q4, especially when the most recent timeline update was just weeks before. Unless, of course, there was a reason that you didn't want to announce a delay. On an unrelated note, in late November, Endeavour Silver undertook a bought deal financing, the proceeds of which were to bolster Endeavour's $54 million cash balance as of the end of the third quarter. The company, through a financing led by BMO Capital Markets, sold a total of 15.8 million common shares at a price of US $4.60 per share, raising gross proceeds of $73 million. Within the prospectus for the financing, which was submitted to SEDAR on November 21st, the company included commentary on the status of the Terronera project. The update, however, was dated as of September 30th, with the prospectus stating that commissioning would begin in Q4 of 2024, which by the end of November should have been pretty obviously an unrealistic timeline, at least given the delays announced this week. Proceeds from the financing are said to be earmarked for the development of Endeavour's Pitarrilla project, with $3.7 million of the net proceeds marked for general working capital. By now, you're probably wondering what the heck Terronera is and why it even matters. So let's back things up a bit. The project has been referred to by Endeavour as the company's next core asset. The project contains 2 defined ore bodies with combined reserves of 89.4 million silver equivalent ounces. Once operational, the mine is expected to produce 4 million ounces of silver and 38,000 ounces of gold annually over a 10-year mine life, which equates to about 7 million silver equivalent ounces each year. For context, Endeavour as a whole has an annual production profile of about 8.5 million silver equivalent ounces today. So this single asset will nearly double the production profile of the company. Endeavour has spent the last 10 years doing technical work on the project to get it to this stage of development, including 105,000 meters of drilling to get the model right. That model suggests the project is to produce silver at an average grade of 374 grams per ton of silver equivalent. And because of the gold credits involved at the mine, Endeavour gets to claim that it will produce silver at cash costs of negative 20 cents per ounce. The mine was originally expected to have a 21-month construction period, with production ramp-up scheduled to occur in the first quarter of 2025. As we now know, that is delayed. So where are things as of this week? Well, outside of the issues at the lower platform and tailing filter area, things appear to be on track. The tailings dam is said to be ready for use, and dry commissioning is underway on the upper platform. Above ground ore stockpiles are said to be nearing capacity, with mine personnel now focused on stope preparation on multiple levels and advancing mine development. The grinding circuit has also seen commissioning begin, with SAG and ball mills said to have been successfully tested with multiple hours recorded at full operating speed. In other words, initial production hinges on the lower platform and tailing filter area being completed. As of October 21st, the lower platform was said to be 30% complete, while excavation was ongoing for a secondary key trench for the embankment at the tailing storage facility, and concrete pours were ongoing for the tailing filtration area and the concentrate filter area. An update has not since been provided, with management saying this week that a Q4 construction update, including updated site overhead costs that are yet to be incurred, will be released later this month. So let's wrap it up. Endeavour's announcement this week is precisely why investors have a hard time trusting and placing their investment dollars into mining companies. Internally, it would have been almost obvious by the end of November that commissioning wasn't going to begin in the fourth quarter, especially based on the extra 3 months the company added to timelines this week. At the very least, it was obvious on December 20th, when they laid off staff temporarily as a result of not having the material to continue with on-site construction. Yet, they waited 2.5 weeks to let investors know that things were behind. Not to mention raising further investor dollars when they were likely expecting delays and said nothing about it. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, if you like this content, smash that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell if you haven't already. Folks, we're going to have a pretty big 2025. I believe that this is the beginning of a bull cycle. If you're watching this video and you're following these stories, you are in the right place. Let us know what other stories you want us to cover in the comment section. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.